What's up, Sum Hacker? Welcome to my Sum a Day challenge, where I unpack a banger practice sum every single day to help you crush your grade 11 maths. Let's dive in and work on today's math sum together.
I have to admit, this one caught me by surprise. I must admit, it even tricked me the first time I tried to do it. Because I was like, what in the trick sum is happening here? This is crazy pants. But then I realized that this is a perfect cube. Okay. So what I can do here is I can use my difference of cubes formula for this, all right? So x to the power of 1 is actually a cube because you can say x to the power of a third times x to the power of a third times x to the power of a third, okay? And that will give you x to the power of 1. Because if you were to add all these exponents together, you would then end up with x to the 3 over 3. And that is x to the 1, which is exactly the same as this, right? So my perfect cube here is x to the power of a third, okay? And then let's now have a look at the 1. That's also a perfect cube, because if I say -1 times -1 times -1, that is going to give me -1, all right? So now we can basically start with the steps of our difference of cube formula, all right? So we haven't even touched the question yet. I just want to show you this step by step. So in order to make x minus 1 expanded with difference of cubes, this is the formula you're going to follow. All right, so you're first going to have your baby bracket, okay? You're going to put the cube in here. So, for example, the cube of x to the power of 1, we just worked out that that is x to the third, okay? I'm going to keep the sign the same, and then I'm going to put my cube of 1, which is 1. Okay, so now you want to put your second bracket here. And what you're going to put in here is the square of this, okay? So what that's going to look like is x, the power of a third, and we're going to square it, okay? So we're going to multiply out to n. You can actually just do this straight up on your calculator, but it's easy enough to do in your head. So this is going to be x to the power of 2 over 3. So now I'm going to stick that in here, x to the power of 2 over 3. Excellent. Let me just get rid of these things here so we can do the next step. Right, so now what we want to do is change the sign and add it here. So that was a minus. Now we're going to make it a plus, okay? Then the next step is we are going to apply these two variables together, okay? So x to the power of a third times 1, that's going to give us x to the power of a third, okay? Excellent. Let me just clean this up. Right, so the last one, we want to square -1. So -1 squared is going to give us a positive 1. And that then is our big bracket sorted, done, and dusted, okay? Let me clean this up here for you. Great. So this now is officially our x minus 1 factorized using difference of cubes. Awesome sauce. Now we can actually get stuck in with the sum. So what we want to do is put this in the first line of a sum. So we're going to say x to the power of a third minus 1 and x to the power of 2 over 3 plus x to the third plus 1. Okay, that is all over. Okay, the cube root of x squared plus the cube root of x plus 1. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is take these cube roots away. And the way I do that is by putting brackets around everything that is beneath the cube root, okay, putting it to the power of 1, and then sticking my 3 underneath it for the cube root. Okay, this is how I can take it away. So let's do that. I'm just going to move up a little bit so that you can see exactly what is going on here. So we write the first part, which is x to the third minus 1. Okay, big bracket, we've got x to the 2 over 3 plus x to the third plus 1. All right. Then we're going to stick that all over our fraction line. And then in order to take the cube root away, what am I going to do? I'm going to say x squared. I'm going to stick a bracket around it to the power of 1. And then I'm going to put the 3 from the cube root there. Okay, that's how I can take it away. Then I'm going to say plus x to the power of 1. And I'm going to stick the 3 underneath it to take the cube root away. And then I'm just going to add my plus 1 here. Now, you should be getting excited because what is happening here? All we need to do is multiply that exponent in here, and then we should have this bracket and this looking exactly the same, which means we can cross cancel. Happy days. So let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to have x to the power of third minus 1. Big bracket x to the power of 2 over 3 plus x to the third plus our 1. And then exactly all over our x to the power of 2 over 3 plus x to the power of a third plus 1. Awesome sauce. Now we can cross cancel. Ba-boom. That's the same as this. Ba-boom. Should be gone. Okay? So now, what are we left with here? All we have is x to the third minus 1. And this would be absolutely correct. However, if the question said that they want the answer in surd form, which means they want that cube root back, that means all you need to do to change it is to say equals to your cube root and x to the power of 1. But I'm not going to write the 1 because it's invisible, right? Minus 1 here. And that then would be your final answer. So you would have the cube root of x minus 1, and that would be the absolute correct answer if you give it in surd form. So let me highlight it here so you can see exactly what the two answers could be. And there you have it.
Well done, Sum Hacker. That is it for today. And if you reached the end of this video, please let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Plus, go ahead and subscribe for more daily practice sums that are going to help you nail your grade 11 maths. And let's keep building into your future one sum at a time. I cannot wait to see you here in the next one.